Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some Christmas in July book recs for you. Alright, so I know, weird topic, Christmas books in July, but it kind of makes sense because, people are starting to feel nostalgia for the holidays, longing for cooler weather. So these are books to tide you over in the meantime, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. Alright, so first up I've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is a really fun political Christmas mashup. This is following Cold Claus, who is the oldest son of Santa Claus, and he has been thrown into a fake competition with the Halloween prince whose name is Hex, and they're both competing for the hand of the Easter princess, Iris, and none of the three of them really want this, but it's also more about how political Christmas has become. It's about commodification of Christmas and other holidays and the commercialization of things and how joy just isn't the focus of a holiday anymore. And it's following Cole and Hex and Iris as they work through this fake competition, and Hex and Cole fall in love while also trying to bring the holidays back to a joyful thing instead of being so commercialized. It's really fun. If you guys really liked Red, White, and Royal Blue, I think you'd really like this. Next up, I would recommend Spiced Kisses. This is part of the Kiss Me series. Each of these books can be read as a standalone. This particular one is following the owner of a restaurant, and while he's at his community rugby team, he and one of his friends that he meets on the rugby team, who happens to be a personal trainer, they get into an accident which causes the restaurant owner to break, I think, his collarbone. And it goes from like a rugby accident to recovery and friends to lovers, and it's a very slow burn as these two kind of figure out their feelings for each other. And it's really, really sweet, and it's a perfect Christmassy romance, and especially if you like books that are centered around food and comfort and just a slow burn romance, this is the one to go for. It's so sweet. Next up I have Time to Shine. So one of the main characters for this is a replacement or sub goalie who is being subbed on to a professional team to take the place of a goalie that has been injured, and he's staying with his new teammates, and they go from strangers to friends really, really quickly. And the replacement goalie is very, very quiet and demisexual, and I believe the other character, the one that he's staying with, is very openly bisexual and very loud and very much an extrovert and just wants to talk all the time. It's really sweet, especially as they figure out that they kind of really like each other, but they don't know if it's as a friendship thing or if it wants to be a little bit more. And it just is really sweet as they try to figure this out and how to deal with being on different teams at different levels within the NHL. And it does have a really sweet Christmas scene, and it's one of my favorite hockey romances to date. So next up, I'd like to recommend the Christmas Daddies series. All three of the books in the series are fantastic. Each of them is following single parents as they go about being single parents, but also falling in love around Christmas time, and it's so, so sweet. Particularly this first one. So this is following Baxter Baker, who is a baker and is the father of a teenage daughter. It's also following Paxton, who is the father of a teenage son, and he is a woodworker, carpenter, contractor. And the kids really are the driving force behind this one. Their school is putting on a holiday buddies thing, so they're pairing up different families to do Christmas activities through the holiday season, and the teens are really interested in each other, so they kind of get their families to be put together. And the parents have a not so great meet cute, but they continue doing all of these Christmas activities together, and they slowly start forming a bond, and it's just so sweet, especially as the parents are falling in love. The kids are realizing that they don't really like each other like that. They have more of a sibling dynamic, and they just want to be friends. And it's so, so sweet because these two characters are older and they're finding love, and it's just so sweet, and I would highly recommend the entire series. Like I said, each book has a single parent as one of the main characters, and so, so sweet. And then the last book I'd like to recommend for this is going to be Shelter in Garnet Run. This is part of the Garnet Run series and can be read as a standalone. This is following two characters as they have a not so great meet cute at a Christmas market. No, one is non-binary and runs the Garnet Run cat shelter and is there trying to adopt out some of the cats from the shelter. The other is a ethical taxidermist, and they have booths next to each other, and you know, they kind of have a not so great meet cute about that, but they slowly kind of start developing a friendship, and then it turns into more as the story goes on. And it's a really fun short story in the Garnet Run series, and like I said, can be read as a standalone. And it's just a perfect little treat for the holidays. So those are some of my Christmas in July reading recommendations. Do you guys have any holiday books you'd like to recommend for reading in the middle of summer? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.